I'm Jonathan with dancedefined.
Hi, this is Emily.
We're teaching country swing, mostly the basics of country swing today. So what we taught was the initial just basic pattern for country swing, where we just kind of go behind the back and over the head. That's really the pattern that we went over. Now when we started going over this, really what I want to make sure that we're doing is whichever foot you start off with. Typically I'm going to start off with the left as my lead, and she's going to start with the left, right as the follow. However, in country swing you're swapping hips anyways, so I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on that. I'm really just thinking about taking my first step is my forward foot. Whatever foot's forward is my one. That's my one. I'm thinking about taking a step to the side for my two, and then rotating and taking a step directly back for my three. And then it's going to happen the exact same for the other side. 1, 2, 3, and we're always swapping those hips. And so this is exactly how I'm dancing. There's different variations. I can just pick up my heel, I can pick up my toe if I want to do my one. I can slide and come through. Really just kind of picking however I want to do. For the beginning steps, I really want you to replace for one, so that in your mind you can mentally think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you can get used to taking that one step, because a lot of beginners, we can have the issue where we don't move that foot, and then we get into this weird position where, because we didn't step in the right spot and we forgot our one, now we are taking less steps and we're in a weird position. So we want to always make sure we take that one. Now doing it with a partner, I'm making sure I connect my two middle fingers here. I'm kind of relaxing the rest of my fingers. The rest of my fingers just relax. These two middle fingers are the ones that are staying tense. And I'm connecting as close to the palms as I can. And so when I do that, I connect here with the fingers, and my fingers stay connected, but the rest of the arm stays relaxed. And how I'm really connecting with my partner is I'm going to lean away, back onto my back heel, and what I'm going to feel is tension in this hand. That's how we know where our three is, and that's where we got into this drill. So we did this drill where we would come forward onto our front foot, and the tension would release, and you don't feel anything. And then as we settle to our heel of our back foot, you feel that tension come back. So as we go back and forth, you're going to feel that tension tension get bigger here, and then the release of it. And that's really us practicing our coming into our one. As we step our one, that's what it feels like to come into our one. And then as we go back, that's what it feels like. That tension that we feel into the hand is what it feels like to go back onto our three. And so doing this drill standing in place before you start dancing, this kind of just warms your body into feeling, okay, this is what it feels like to start a pattern and to end the pattern. So we went into that basic pattern, and then we talked about swapping hands. So when we swap hands, it's very easy to do so in the back. We started off just swapping hands as the lead, and so when I'm swapping hands here as the lead, is I'm going to let her hand drape across my back. She's going to actually connect to my back as a follow, and as I take my three back, I'm just going to offer my opposite hand, and I'm just going to allow it to slide into place. What I don't want to do is I don't want to reach for it and try to make sure I have it. Just let it slide into place, and it'll naturally happen. Same thing with your regular pattern. Whenever we're coming across and we settle back into our three, we're going to naturally link hands. I don't want to ever think about grabbing and reaching for her hand. So we practice swapping hands back as the lead. So you can swap hands to go back, forth, and then you do the exact same thing as a follow. So now from the lead's perspective, I just keep doing the exact same thing. And then she's going to swap hands. And we can do the same pattern. But what this is going to create is as we rock back, and we take this step, now what I want to do is we're set up into an interesting position where as I start to rotate, it's going to make her do a spin, and then we get back into a basic position. How that occurs is that we touch our backs on two, and then we roll off of each other and step back for three. So really what I'm doing is I'm not like reaching for anything. I'm literally just rolling and stepping back. I'm just rolling and stepping back. I mean, there's not a lot of movement when it comes to the arm with that. The biggest thing for the lead when you're doing this, is taking your arm with you. And taking your arm with you, it'll cause rotation for her. I don't ever want to just start moving through and leave my arm behind because you're not telling her anything. So I'm going to take my arm with me, start that rotation, and go through. Now as a follow, you're going to be doing a little bit more rotating than you typically would. So what this is going to look like from you slowly, actually I'll just do this side so you can see. So she'll take her 1, 2, and then as she steps back, she rocks back onto that back foot for 3, and she's ready to go again. You see our foots are opposite, her left foot, my right foot forward, and then ready to go again. So I'm going to go ahead and do this like just fast real quick so that you can see just the pattern in general. Other foot. Yep. And she can swap hands. If I want to swap hands, she wants to swap hands as well. Same spin. Doesn't matter who swaps hands, as long as she has the opposite hand, that spin will happen. So that's an easy way as a follow you can create something for your lead to happen. It's not really necessarily a hijack, but that's what we taught today. If you have any questions after, let me know. We're gonna do some social dancing. Thanks for coming.